of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Play action now. Brissett. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Brissett's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A solid chunk there, 15 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as...
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. To throw, Brissett. He's got his man. It's Gallup. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Penny, a first down carry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Newton. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First down, Brissett. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brissett now. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off play action. Newton. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Newton now to throw. Step, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Newton, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lumberjacks have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. London about set to take over on offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Ertz over the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Penny. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Penny. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
3rd and 2, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
London about set to take over on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Ingram again.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing, Brissett. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. It's caught by Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Newton. Dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's a give to Penny. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Lumberjacks are able to stretch out their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 44, Brissett. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Brissett. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brissett sets to throw it.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Now Newton on first down. Inman has it over the middle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds Penny. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On third down, Penny. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a...
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
Second half begins with a run from Penny. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Now a second down and 6.
Now they'll run it again with Penny.
They know that old expression, "It's not my night." It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jadavian Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brissett. That's Gallup on the slant. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They fake the give. Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
The handoff, running left is Penny. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Newton. Philip Dorsett holds it in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
A handoff to Penny.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Out of the gun, Newton.
They'll get this out wide to Penny.
Touchdown! Rashad Penny. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lumberjacks are able to widen their advantage.
that drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Gets past one man. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 44, Newton. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is Penny. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Again, it's Penny. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Penny. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run with Penny. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Penny.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Lumberjacks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brissett. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Gun, Brissett fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Bostic in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once more, Penny.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Newton now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lumberjacks take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. London about set to take over on offense. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got room. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Newton on 3rd down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the left hash, this from 34.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. London about set to take over on offense.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 27, Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Brissett. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing here. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Open man is Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Portland, they're very slow.